Today's lesson will be about working with spreadsheets. Now, during this lesson, you will be given a worksheet which you are to copy down the notes as we go through. So, first thing, what is a spreadsheet? A spreadsheet is a table used to store various types of data. This data is organized into columns and rows. So, when you're looking at a spreadsheet, think of it like a bunch of addresses or homes or little cells. Each cell in a spreadsheet will contain different types of information that you will use to organize or to store data. Now, here's some of the terms that we're actually go over during this time. Row, column, cell, cell address, cell range, formula, bar chart, line chart, pie chart. Now, this lesson is broken up into two parts, so we may not cover each term during the first part, but we will get to it. Now, while we're still in the basics, here's some of the things that a spreadsheet can do. A spreadsheet can organize the data, it can calculate your data for you, and also you can use it to create graphs and charts. Now, some of the more applicable uses for spreadsheets are that you can use it to determine current information such as your grades, balance in a checkbook, or athletic statistics. Now you can also use it for future events such as, which includes student population increase and cell productions, which is sort of similar to what your favorite clothing stores would do when it comes down to purchasing items. They'll determine what's the more popular things and actually purchase items that are more popular and get rid of the things that's not so popular. That's why you don't see such things as silly bands out no more, anything like that, because at one point it was hot, people bought them, and when people start buying them, they decrease, so they go away. That's how fast they're determined. Now, here's an example of what a spreadsheet looks like. Now, if you pay close attention, rows go side to side and they're numbered. They're the horizontal sections of a spreadsheet. Now, columns go up and down. They're also represented by letters that you see from the top, the A through S. Those are the headings of each column. Now, every little block you see where a row and a column intersect is called a cell. This is where your information will go into. Now, as you see right now, if you look at the blue highlighted box, that's F22. That is how we call a cell. First, you'll call it by the column it's at, and then the row. So you can address it. A cell address would be something like B1, A3, Z24, or double Z 13,481. Now, as we're talking about data types, there are three different types of data that you can use in a spreadsheet. A value, which are considered numbers like your 3, 4, 8, or B1, A3, which are references, but they should bring back a number. Then you have your labels. Now this is the text, so this is stuff like name, address, colors, anything that's just included text. It could be alphanumeric and include both numbers and text, but mainly most of them is text. Then you have formulas, which are the mathematical calculations, which, as you see in an example, always have to include equal B4 divided by C3. That's an example of a mathematical equation. Now, we have charts and graphs. Charts and graphs are used to illustrate the data in a spreadsheet. Now, there's three main ones we're going to talk about throughout this classroom. It's bar graph, line graph, and a pie graph. Using a bar graph, you can use it to compare individual sets of values to each other. Now, the height of each bar is equal to the corresponding value. Now, examples of this is either final results of a survey, you're comparing data on how well you did in a competition, things like that, or some of your favorite sports players. That's what you use a bar graph for. Here's an example of what a bar graph will look like. As you can tell, you kind of compare how much money the U.S. government was spending in 1998 in different areas. Next is a pie chart. Now, a pie chart is used to show a relationship of one set of data to an entire set of data. The size of a wedge is used to represent the percentage of the total value of the entire data. Now, as we know about a pie chart, it's made up of 100%. So each section is divided just like your pizza pie. So you have different sizes which represents different values. This can be used to find a percentage of a grade on a class assignment. And here's an example of what it will look like. As you can tell, everything should equal 100%, and each section is indicated by a different color. Next is a line chart. This is used to show trends and changes over time. Now, in a line chart, you're going to have different points which are connected. Something you use this for is you can determine your height over 10 years. Here's an example of a line chart. As you can tell, you can kind of see the trend over time of how many customers switch from AT&T to MCI over from years 1992 to 1997. Now, here's an example I want you to look at. Currently, I have a text message plan that allows me to have 600 text messages a month at $20. Your task is to advise me on whether I should increase my text messages unlimited for $40 a month, or stay with the 600 text message at $20 a month with a 30-cent message per message after 900. Identify the best chart to use and give me your solution. And here's the 3 examples. Here's a line chart, a pie chart, and a bar chart. Write your answer down on your paper. Now, this has been the first part of Spreadsheets, and I will deliver the second part to you guys in a couple days.